Meet Todd. Todd is the Information Technology Manager. It's the end of the third quarter, and Todd and his team members have just left the quarterly management update meeting. Interesting stuff was discussed during the meeting, including a status update on the organization's strategy, goals, and objectives. If the organization meets its targets by the end of the year, Todd and his team will get their year-end bonuses. During the meeting, the CIO introduced the new CISO, Abby, who starts immediately. The CIO emphasized that Abby's #1 objective is to get the organization NIST compliant by the end of the year. As Todd is walking back to his office, he gets an email invite to attend a meeting with Abby. During the meeting, Abby informs Todd that he will be heading up the NIST compliance effort. Todd can't believe it. It's already the third quarter, and this needs to be completed by the end of the year. Todd decides he better get moving if he wants his year-end bonus. Todd has heard about NIST, but doesn't know enough to feel confident about leading the project. He searches NIST on the internet and finds out that NIST stands for the National Institute of Standards and Technology, a non-regulatory government agency that promotes innovation and competitiveness in a safe and secure manner through the development and issuance of standards and guidance. He further reads that NIST provides guidance and a set of standards for recommended security controls for information systems at federal agencies. Todd wonders why his organization needs to be compliant with these standards, since it is not a federal agency. After continued reading, he sees that NIST standards are endorsed by other regulations, since they provide security best practices that could be leveraged across a range of industries. He also reads that NIST is the organization that developed the cybersecurity framework. This is cool. Todd continues to browse the site and follows the crumbs to the NIST Computer Security Resource Center, CSRC, that facilitates the sharing of information security tools and best practices. The CSRC is the primary gateway for gaining access to NIST resources like computer security publications, standards, and guidelines, plus other useful security-related information. Todd feels more confident now that he understands everything he has read. He notes that the information in the CSRC is broken down into the following categories: Federal Information Processing Standards, FIPS, NIST Special Publications, ESPIs, through what is called the SP 800 subseries that addresses computer security through standards, the SP 1800 subseries that addresses cybersecurity through practice guides, and the SP 500 series that addresses information technology with a focus on computer and cybersecurity. Todd further sees that there are also NIST Interagency or Internal Reports, NISTers, with research findings and background information for FIPS and ESPIs, Information Technology Laboratory ITL bulletins that are issued on a monthly basis that provide an overview of security, along with privacy publications, programs, and projects. Now that Todd understands NIST at a high level, he decides to schedule a meeting with Abby to see if she can offer any suggestions on what guidance to focus on. Todd knows he has his homework cut out for him, and in the interim has decided to begin with reading the SP 800 subseries. Over the next 2 days, Todd reads summaries for each publication in the SP 800 subseries. During the meeting, Todd shares his knowledge of NIST with Abby, and she is thoroughly impressed. Todd was right on the money in reviewing the SP 800 subseries first. Together, Todd and Abby put together a game plan for becoming NIST compliant. The game plan consists of 9 steps that are provided by NIST and include the following. Step 1. Identify and categorize the data and information you need to protect. Step 2. Develop a baseline for the minimum controls required to protect that information. Step 3. Conduct risk assessments to refine your baseline controls. Step 4. Document your baseline controls in a written security plan. Step 5. Roll out security controls to your information systems. Step 6. Once implemented, monitor performance to measure the efficacy of security controls. Step 7. Determine risk tolerance based on your assessment of security controls. Step 8. Authorize the information system for processing. Step 9. Continuously monitor your security controls. Remember, NIST is the go-to resource for best practices guidance on security and privacy. The NIST 800 series provides standards that you can use to design policies and procedures and implement controls. Your efforts in implementing a NIST security framework will not be wasted, since they apply to multiple industries and regulations. Be smart, be aware,